today's video, I'm going to show you how to use a wand to put beach waves in your thin fine hair. Today is a super cold, gray, gloomy day, and it made me want to have beachy hair. So we are going to be using a 1 1/4 inch wand. The larger the wand, the more sort of just wavy your hair is going to be. If you use a smaller wand, it's going to be harder not to get ringlets. So for this beachy type of style, I use a larger wand. Again, 1 1/4 inch. This is my Wavytalk 5-in-1 tool where I can remove and change the attachments. It's the one that you often see me using with the brush on it, but I have changed it to the wand attachment today, and I do have this tool in my Amazon storefront. So we want to keep the sections of our hair on the relatively small side. They don't have to be paper thin sections, but we don't want really, really thick sections either. If you take sections that are too thick, that's probably one of the reasons that your curls are falling out, because the hair is not getting heated sufficiently all the way through. When we wrap the hair around the wand, we also want to try and make sure it stays flat, like a ribbon. We don't want to twist it as it's going around so that when it goes around, it looks all tight like this. We want to make sure that when we wrap it around our wand, we're wrapping it around flat. That's going to get you more even heat distribution, and it's going to get you the type of curl you're looking for. The more tightly wrapped, twisted curls are going to be a different look, and for today's look, we want to create more what we call ribbon curls. So keeping the hair flat while we wrap it is important. And we're literally just going to go around and wrap all of our hair. It doesn't matter which direction. Wrap each section whichever direction is easiest for you. It really doesn't make a difference. And you can leave the ends out a little. I tend to not leave too much if your hair is not long like mine. If it's longer than mine, then you can probably leave a couple inches out at the end for that beachy look. But if it's shorter like mine, you only want to leave out maybe a tiny bit on the ends. You don't have to fully get the ends right around the wand. Just having those straighter ends aids to that kind of messy beachy look. Of course, prepped my hair with product. I have volume spray in there. I did use the K18 that I've been using lately. I've used the K18 Astro Lift volume spray. It does have heat protection in it, but I have also added extra heat protection with my Firewall by AG. Prepping your hair with a volume product like that that has hold property is also going to help your curls last longer. Three to 4 seconds is typically a sufficient amount of time to hold each section of hair for this hair type. If you find you need to hold it longer, it might be because your flat iron isn't as hot, which is fine, just hold it longer, or you could turn the flat iron up a little bit and keep your hair on the flat iron a couple seconds less. Another quick tip is to make sure that you get your curls up close to the roots of your hair. If you stay too far away from the roots of your hair, then the top of your hair is going to be flat. If you want to get that texture and volume up at the top of your head, you actually have to curl up at the top of your head. So making sure your sections are fine is going to help you be able to get close to those roots. And I like to start my curl up at the top by my roots, and that way I know for sure I have gotten some lift here at the root. I typically don't worry too much where my part is when I do this because I flip my hair all over the place. But if you do care where your part is and how your curls look when your hair is parted, then you want to make sure that once you start the top section that your hair is parted in the way that you want to wear it. More tip for beachy curls is that it's going to work a lot better if you hold your wand vertically up and down as opposed to horizontally. This is because it's going to help you create a more elongated curl, as opposed to if you hold it horizontally, you're gonna get more of a loopy ringlet. Still a pretty look, but harder to get it to look like that beachy hair if that's what you're going for. But again, it's your hair, and if that's something that you like, you can do it. I also do put a few horizontal curls usually at the top, only because that does create a little bit of extra volume, but for the most part around the rest of my head, I try to keep my wand a little bit more on the vertical side so that I get those nice long ribbons of hair that I can shake out for that pretty beachy look. Now, once you have completely cooled, you are just gonna shake. You can flip your head and shake, or you can hang your head back and shake it out. I do suggest shaking it out with your fingers first, and then you can brush it through with a comb. I use a wide tooth comb to brush out the waves. You want to avoid a brush, like a regular brush, because that is going to kind of give you more of a Hollywood wave look. I always like to go with flipping my hair to the side when we have curls, but center works really well also. And you can see that it just gives you that, like, I just went swimming in the ocean, awesome, sort of just wavy, messy, effortless look. Obviously, this is not the technique to use if you're looking for a more refined curl, but if you are looking for that beach wave, these larger wands are the way to go. If your hair is longer, you can definitely get more curls on your ends and whatnot. There's other things to do with these big wands, but if your hair is shorter, fine, and thin like mine, then the big wands are definitely going to give you more of a messy, lived-in look. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope that was helpful. I hope this gives you a fun new technique to try out in your thin, fine hair. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Like and subscribe because you know it helps me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye.